Hello everyone, TTTechnoPro here. Today I was able to stream off of the Elgato HD60S using incompatible hardware and only using one display. So here's how I did it.
So what do I mean by incompatible hardware? Well, let me explain. If you take a look at Elgato's website, their minimum requirement is that you must have an AMD GPU or you must have an i5 quad-core CPU. But my Mac only has 2 cores. It's a dual-core CPU and it's running Intel HD graphics. As you saw a few seconds ago, I got it working. So I forgot to mention, when I talk about minimal requirements, although mine did not meet the Elgato requirements listed on their website, I do have a USB 3.0 port. If you do not have a USB 3.0 port, you cannot be able to proceed with this tutorial. So, how do I identify a USB 3.0 port? Well, take a look on the sides of your computer. On the USB port, typically USB 3.0 ports are colored as blue ports. However, on the MacBooks, Apple does not like to color the USB ports. So, to identify if your computer supports USB 3.0, go to About This Mac, go to Support on this tab, press Specifications, and it should fire up the specs for your laptop. If you do Command F and you look up USB, it shows that mine has 2 USB 3 ports. So, USB 3 was released around 2010, so if your computer is from 2010, it likely has a USB 3 port, but your mileage may vary. And also, when I mean minimal requirements, the closer your computer is to the minimal requirements listed on Elgato's website, the better your experience will be when you're capturing footage. So the CPU does most of the work here. It encodes the footage, and the better your CPU is, the more frames per second you'll get when you're recording. To sum it up, you're going to need a USB 3.0 port at the very minimum.
To get started with this tutorial, you'll need 2 things. First of all, you'll need your console of choice. I'll be using the Nintendo Switch. And if you're using the Nintendo Switch, make sure you have the dock ready. And also the AC adapter. I'll be using this AC adapter from the MacBook Pro. This works fine. Next, you'll need the Elgato HD60S that I'll be using. This was lended from Shadowcaster, and a big thank you to him for letting me borrow this. Inside the Elgato HD60S package, it then contains an HDMI cable, just HDMI male to male, and a USB 3.0 Type A to a USB 3.0 Type C cable. And it comes in the box, so you don't have to worry about grabbing extra materials. That's all you'll need for this tutorial. First thing you want to do is you want to power up your console. So over there, I have plugged in the AC adapter for the Nintendo Switch dock. And now we'll take the dock and we'll open it. And here, it says AC adapter. This is where it goes. So I'll take the cable, I'll plug it in. Easy peasy. Next, you want to take an HDMI cable that came from the Elgato. Any HDMI cable works, but you want to take the HDMI cable and plug it into the part where it says HDMI out. So plug it in. And make sure it says HDMI out. Like the Xbox One, it has an HDMI in and an HDMI out. Make sure you're plugging it in to the HDMI out. Close it up. Now to test if everything's working, you'll want to dock the switch. And if it starts charging, we're good. All right, we're good. Now for the second part, you'll need your Elgato, and you'll need the Type C cable that came in the box. So you'll take this USB Type C and you'll plug it in to the part right next to the HDMI in port. Plug that in, boom. Take the other end of it, the USB A part, and plug it into your computer. Make sure your computer supports USB 3.0, and then you just plug it in, boom, ready to go. Then you'll want to take your HDMI cable connecting from your console, and make sure you plug it into the port that says HDMI in right here. Plug that in, and we're all set. Now let's get started on the software side.
Now for the software side of things, you'll need to download an older version of the game capture software, and I'll be using version 2.5. I'll leave a link in the description down below, and this is for the macOS. On the Windows side, you must have Windows 10, and then on Windows 10, you can download this version, 3.20.2. And once you download it, on the Mac, you'll get a DMG file. Open that up, drag the application to the applications folder of your Mac, and then you should be good to go. Now fire it up, and then you should be welcomed with this screen. It should say your computer does not meet the system requirements. It says you must have at least 4 physical cores on the CPU. But if you press OK, everything is fine. Here we can see that the Elgato capture device is recognized, and it says no signal. But once I power up the console, you can see that it works. This is great. Now that we got the console streaming off the Elgato, this is great news. Now we just need to tweak some settings. So, in the software, press this little button right here. This will allow us to change the resolution and the colors and how you want your picture quality to look like. Anyways, you can pick your settings here, and you can select OK. Now, for game audio, I'll set it to 0, and I'll give you an example of how it sounds. So I'll press A, and you can hear that. But as I tweak this down, lower and lower, you can hear that it starts to decline. So you can change your game audio and on the way you want it to sound. This is a cool thing to do. And if you want to mute it, you can mute it all the way. Live streaming is possible with the Elgato. I've posted a live stream, so you can add your account here. Twitch, YouTube, whatever you like. You can live stream if you're interested. You can do live commentary, so you can like commentate while you're playing the game, which is pretty popular. So you can change your audio inputs from here, and then when you connect your microphone of choice, make sure you press this button right here, commentary. The thing with this commentary button is that if you press it, you won't be able to listen to the game audio while you're recording. So if game audio is a necessity for you, I recommend getting a second display like a TV so you can hear the game audio, and then you can commentate while with it. This will light up. Make sure you grant permissions. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. You can adjust your sound sensitivity with this setting. And I forgot to mention, but this, you can adjust your bitrate of your quality of the stream. Scrolling down, you can change video description here. And then if you're streaming, press the stream button right here. If you're recording normal footage, commentary button if you have a mic, and then when you're ready, press capture. That's mainly how you use the software for the most part.
So if you want to connect a second display like a TV or a monitor, you will just have to take another HDMI cable, plug it into the out port right here. Is that in focus? Hold on one sec. Yeah, now it's in focus. You want to plug in another HDMI cable from your out and plug it into the TV or a monitor, and yeah, it should work perfectly fine, even if you have incompatible hardware. So that's all for this tutorial. Leave a like if this helped you, and comment anything I missed out or I made a mistake on. I'll read that. Thank you for watching.